Defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness, Greg. I mean, if they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
Lillard dishes to Plumlee. To the paint, here's Davis. And Turner with the block. And it's out of bounds as the Portland Trail Blazers retain possession. Here's Plumlee. Makes it off the glass. And the Trailblazers lead by 2. Indiana's gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc so far tonight. You know, guys, Al-Farouq Aminu, so highly regarded coming out of college, still really finding his way around the NBA. But this last season, with Dallas, he may have found his niche in this league.
That's a great point, Kevin. A guy who can give you a lot of things: rebounding, defense, hustle points. But he's already played on a number of teams in his young career because he's still trying to, as you put it, find that niche. Maybe he's finally developed who he is.
Just over a minute and a half have passed here in the third quarter. Here's Lillard. Power down with both hands.
And that is a major league flush right there, my friends.
And in a tight contest like this, Greg, that might be just what they need to get the tide rolling in their direction.
You're exactly right. I mean, so often when a team gets that kind
They can't guard us on the perimeter. Let's spread the floor, isolate up top. Spacing, fellas. Spacing.
This is call time here. You have to like what we've seen so far from Damian Lillard.
he's in one heck of a groove with his scoring. They're going to talk it over and try to figure out how to slow him down.
The Pacers have gone 4 for 4 from the field since the halftime break. Terrific start to the third quarter. Nobody near George. And it's good off the back of the rim and in. George has got the lead up to 2 now for the Pacers.
You know, and Paul George played the first few years of his career in the NBA with 24 on his bag. And as you can see, he now goes with 13 after making the switch prior to last year.
The Trailblazers have gone 2 of 4 here to start the second half. Right wing. Now, here's Aminu, defended by George. Aminu misses. And with Paul George going at the number 13 now, as you can see, helps with his nickname, PG-13.
Yeah, that's a good nickname, a nice fit. Young Tracy, as he likes to go by on Twitter, he said himself that it was about embracing his stature and stardom in the league. Nice way to do it. Really not hard to see why they're giving up points on this run. I mean, they've just given them too many looks inside.
Yeah, and usually when a team goes on a run like this, it's because they are getting too many opportunities on the inside. Make them beat you from deep. And when it comes to size, it's not a one-on-one matchup that favors him.
Well, you wouldn't know it with that finish, I tell you. I mean, that took a little bit of creativity right there.
A 3 from McCollum, and he gets it to go. McCollum's got 9.
Talk about doing a Rip Van Winkle on defense. Come on, guys, wake up. Why are they leaving him open at the three-point line? Come on.
George passes to Ellis. Indiana moving the ball around. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's George. Sinks it after the cagey pump fake. George has got 13 points here in the second half alone. Portland's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Pass to Aminu. Fires for 3. Cannot hit. And Indiana will come the other way. Last time they met was in Indiana.
And despite the outcome, I think they'll feel a little better about that game. There are a lot of positives that they can take away from that performance.
And I think that's exactly what they have to do, guys. Don't dwell on the final score. You know, think about the things you did well and move forward and take it from there.
Kick. To Lillard. Over to the wing. The rebound by Monte Ellis. And it's slammed in by Plumlee.
And that's an example of willpower right there, guys. I mean, grabbing the offensive rebound and then going back up strong.
And GA, in a close game like this where every possession is critical, that could prove to be a very big one.
Boy, it sure could, Kevin. I mean, he salvaged 2 big points for them off that miss.
Yeah, you ain't getting it. I saw that this morning. Come here. I got to take them screws out. You also there, I see.
For the Trailblazers, Harkless is checked in for Plumlee. Henderson comes in for Al-Farouq Aminu. And it's Alan Crabb in for Lillard. Hill, he's checked in for Indiana. Stuckey comes in for Ellis. The fast break ends at the rim with a jam.
Well, that's why they're on the lead. Aggressive play at both ends. Very nicely done there.
Absolutely. They make the steal, pay dividends instantly on the fast break.
Near the three-point line, it's McCollum. And it's good off the back rim and in. McCollum's got 5 points now this quarter. Indiana leading. The drive by Hill. Lays it up and banks it in.
And you look at the story defensively in this game. I mean, they've gone backwards in the second half. A little too casual for me. It's costing them. They're paying for it.
7-second difference, shot and game clock. Tries to save it, and the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by George.
You know what? A low percentage pass on that one, but sometimes it's worth the risk.
Well, that time the risk did not pay off because it was well defended.
"19 seconds left in the third quarter. Vonleh, and he caught that pass in full stride on his way to the big slam.
And that's how it's done. I mean, find that hole in the D and then go hard to the rack.
Maybe that hole was a little bigger than it should have been.
Well, it was. I mean, a tight game like this one, you'd think they'd have a little more energy at the defensive end than that.
It's still anybody's game as we've reached the end of 3. Pacers lead by 1. And we're coming back in just a moment. Get ready for the fourth quarter of action when we return. We've got a great game on our hands as we welcome you back. The fourth quarter of action getting started. Here's Roberts. And a look at the 5 for the Pacers to start the fourth quarter. We've got Hill. C.J. Miles is out there with Allen. Then it's Lawson. And it's Stuckey in at the 2 spot to the inside. And then Miles with the dunk.
Went for the two-hander on that slam. That's where the weight room comes into play, Kevin.
I think some urgency from him there.
Hey, I think he's sensing that this is a critical time in the game, fellas.
And Roberts kicks to Crabb. Roberts dishes to Crabb. 6 on the shot clock. The Trailblazers need to get off a shot. Shot by Roberts, no good.
The right thing there to stay that tight on him and really try to keep him out of his comfort zone.
Pick up by Hill. Outside for Miles. Passes it to Hill. Dishes it to Miles. And Lawson with the drive. No good there off the double clutch. And for Portland, they're shooting 48% from the field. Not bad at all. Roberts, it's blocked. Now the Pacers moving it up. Goes up, and it's Miles with the jam.
Right back to the basics there, using the one-hand slam for that one.
Doesn't he make the basics look pretty exceptional?
Yeah, he does. They look sweet when he does them.
And he better stay with those basics.
They can't guard us on the perimeter. Spread the floor and isolate up top. Spacing, fellas. Spacing.
Timeout, I'm sure they'll be hydrating themselves with Gatorade. All the effort out there on the floor, and these timeouts can be such a huge factor in getting a short rest and recharging the battery. Let's catch up with Doris from the sideline.
Well, over the break, I listened in on what Terry Stotts had to say in his huddle. With the game hanging in the balance, he tried to give his players some added motivation, saying, quote, "This is the time, guys. Right now. Be in this moment. Do your job, and we'll get the win." Back to you.
And as always, Doris, thank you. Here's Lillard, and 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there.
Lillard has been playing really well. He's got 16 points, and also those active hands of his have led to a pair of steals.
He can just change a game with his defense, and he's thrown off their rhythm completely the last several possessions.
He's always been extremely reliable at the line, and today's been no different.
Outside, George. And out of bounds as the Trailblazers gain possession. Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. Hill against Lillard. Davis sets a screen. Lillard, the pass to McCollum. Back to Lillard. Davis kicks to Lillard. The rebound by Turner. Turner's got his 3rd rebound on the night. And George, here we go. And it's sent back by Plumlee. Always going up for the alley-oop here. And Damian Lillard with the jam.
A surreal alley-oop that time, partner.
The pass, Clark, the catch, the dunk, all of it perfect.
Precision at its finest.
And guys, it had to be, because not nearly as easy a play as they made it look.
Time call here. Indiana decides to talk it over.
Yeah, none too pleased with the play of his team. And you know what? They just need to get things sorted out.
Yeah, you know, there's not a coach around who would be happy with the way his guys have kind of rolled over during this run.
And it's Turner off the drive. Now here is George. He's tightly guarded, and Turner throws it down.
Make it 2 hands for safety. That's what they say, right, Kevin?
Yeah, that's right. You got it. And he was ultra safe with that dunk.
No reason not to be.
And guys, as he should be. Remove all doubt on that attack.
Shot on the wing, and it comes off the front of the rim.
Defense better not make a habit of giving him that shot. I mean, he doesn't miss many of them.
Fires from the line. Good on that shot, and with that, the Trailblazer lead is cut down to just 1 on the bucket from Paul George.
This is a fantastic performance in this half. He didn't play as well in the first, but you just know with this guy, he's always ready to turn it around.
It really does make the game easy for your teammates when you can lead them to the rim that well with the pass.
Right side Turner. T2 from Hill. Some solid defense from Lillard.
That would have been lucky had it fallen. Poor shot. Oh, wow.
That's a beautiful jam.
Boy, you got to build a wall around the bucket to keep this man down.
You know, Clark, even then, he might just go over it.
He could.
Look at this. Check out the elevation he gets.
Major.
Wow, I tell you, I just cannot get enough of those kind of plays. What a rim record.
And that last replay courtesy of Kia. Buries it. What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
Huge play on the offensive glass there to get more second chance points. He's only getting more physical as this game wears on.
Pulls up on the wing. Good.
Hey, there's no doubt about it. Lillard is a flat-out laser.
And the Pacers with possession here. Hill dishes to George. And Davis sends it back. And that's out of bounds. Indiana will retain possession. On defense, Portland. They've led by as many as 11 points. The drive by Hill. Pass to Mahimi. Money!
Threw it down with authority.
Oh, he can really fly. And you combine that, Clark, with some of the nice penetration, too, and you've got an easy 2 points.
And able to just play well above the rim. I mean, that makes this guy so dangerous when he's in the game.
It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Connects!
And really, I like the fact that even with the big lead, they never coasted.
To me, that's a sign of a really good team, Greg, because you should always be playing against the game and yourself. I know there's an opponent out there, but when you have a lead, it's all about continuing to execute. Do what you do and stay true to that. And I like that aggressiveness and full speed ahead kind of attack that they have.
And now they decide to foul intentionally. Here's Lillard. Off the inbound, no good. And now the fast break. George with the ball.
Outstanding perimeter defense there. That was a well-contested shot.
Yeah, and you know he takes a lot of pride in his defense.